Hi everyone, Release Fire here. So it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, or at least it's time to start thinking about decking the halls. And for me, the best way to plan is to start looking ahead at what games are going to be coming out. So here is my top 10 Nintendo Switch games out around Christmas 2019. Hopefully the list is going to help you out. If it does, drop me a like below. And then I've also put in links to each of the games in the description if you want to check them out or order them for Christmas. Okay, so in at number 1 is the ultimate Pokemon experience with the 3D open world brilliance of Sword and Shield, which will be out on the Switch on the 15th of November 2019. It'll be high up on the wish list for any Pokemon fan, with a huge roster to catch, a massive environment to explore, and some new exciting battle experiences to enjoy. The addition of Dynamax and Gigamax gameplay mechanics, where you can supersize your Pokemon to face massive boss battles, should make for a lot of excitement for Christmas 2019. The number 2 and 3 spots on my list are sort of interchangeable, with Luigi's Mansion 3 narrowly getting in at number 2 due to its slightly later release date on the 31st of October 2019. That puts it a little closer to Christmas, and while the action is more Halloween than festive, it's the main platforming adventure out on the Nintendo Switch this holiday season. You essentially control Luigi as he investigates a spooky hotel where strange goings-on have been occurring, including the disappearance of his brother Mario, Princess Peach, and a fair few Toads. It's your job to head out and save them in the main story game, but there will also be some online co-op fun with a Scare Scraper game mode where up to 8 players get to join the fun together. The other contender for the number 2/number 3 position is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, which is a beautiful remake of the classic 1993 Game Boy title that might sound a little bit old hat, but the game is genius from start to epic boss fight end. It's both an accurate recreation of the original game and a stunning high definition reimagining of what it used to be to bring it up to date for modern gamers. It came out on the 20th of September, which is the main reason it didn't pick up the number 2 spot for Christmas 2019 Switch games. But this could easily be the number 1 game for a lot of Zelda fans out there that haven't already got it. It's a game that I covered extensively in the tutorial series linked above, so if you do get it, you can head on back to us here at Release Fire if you get stuck anywhere. This is a title that needs very little introduction, as it's part of a long-standing series of games that combine the worlds of Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, and the Olympic Games. While the Olympics themselves won't take place until next year, the game is out just in time for Christmas 2019, with a release date planned for the 5th of November. In addition to the standard single-player action, you'll also get to take part in split-screen and online multiplayer, which will add to the replay value of Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. They are also adding in 2D mode to the gameplay options, which will introduce more classic styles to the fun and showcase the heritage of Nintendo, Sega, and the Olympic Games, which should be a lot of fun, especially for older gamers like me that remember the 8-bit and 16-bit games that started it all. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt came out in 2015 on other consoles, so you might be surprised to see it included in my top 10 list of games for Nintendo Switch for Christmas 2019. However, the sheer quality of the game itself is enough to get it into the mix. For anybody that doesn't know, it's a huge open world fantasy adventure with a sprawling storyline and some seriously impressive boss fights. It won all manner of Best Game awards when it first came out, so it's got a lot of accolades behind it, which should make it pretty popular when it comes out on the Switch on the 15th of October 2019. The spooky battles continue with Ghostbusters the video game remastered, which is both a more serious alternative to Luigi's Mansion 3 and a genuinely credible continuation of the original film series. It features the voice of all the original cast members and delivers a third-person adventure that is as good as the films were. It's set a couple of years after the events of Ghostbusters 2 and sees you playing as a new recruit to the team as you investigate paranormal activity around New York City. It came out on the 4th of October 2019 and brings a lot of the spooks and spectres of the movies back in one big ghostly bust-up. Expect to take on the baddest of the bad from the films with proton streams and positively charged ooze washdowns for all of them. Astral Chain came out back in August, so it only just made it into the list for Christmas 2019, but it's a great game if you like your action-adventure with a healthy slice of hack and slash mashing. You play a detective, so there is as much evidence building and puzzle solving as there is intense action. There's also a cool interdimensional environment to make it through called the Astral Plane, and the ability to summon a variety of supernatural entities tethered to the main player by a chain, and it's the combination of the two that give the game its name and its unconventional genius. It's got a mind-bending story set in the distant future as an interdimensional species called Chimera threatens the planet with extinction. It also picked up rave reviews across the board, with the big bosses that you face getting a lot of positive attention, so it's definitely one to include on your shortlist. The latest concept from the Big N is Ring Fit Adventure, which is a fitness game that will see you using a ring accessory and a leg strap to perform all manner of exercises while taking part. In the main game, you play as a young athlete that teams up with a sentient ring to fight an evil bodybuilding dragon called Drago. It's an interesting idea that splices fitness elements with turn-based RPG action and rail shooter fun, and while I've put it low down on my list, it could well go on to be the biggest game out on the Switch this Christmas. Super Mario Maker 2 may well have come out in the summer, but it's definitely one still to consider for Christmas 2019, simply because not every player will have had a chance to get this game, and Christmas might be the best opportunity to pick up one of the best 2D platforming games you will ever own. The reason for that is because you can create your own levels. Like I've done here with this Stranger Things level, it's a lot of fun to craft whatever you want for Mario and Luigi to face and to upload them online for other people to play. You'll need a Nintendo Online subscription to be able to access any of the online features for Super Mario Maker 2, but it is well worth it because it unlocks the ability to play other people's levels too, and considering there are millions of them, it really does add up to a hell of a lot of gaming. Like The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, I covered this game extensively with a whole series of how-tos and tutorials, which you can check out with the link above, where you'll also be able to find the level code to be able to play my Stranger Things level. Finally, there's Overwatch Legendary Edition, which deserves a shout out as it's the first opportunity for Switch gamers to play the game on the console. It originally came out in 2016, so it's been a long time coming, and while it may not be quite as much of a big deal as it used to be, it's still a great online first-person shooter that will provide hours and hours of gameplay. So that's it for my main top 10 of Nintendo Switch games out for Christmas 2019. Like I said earlier, you can also see links for each and every one of the games in the description. Leave me a like below, as ever it's massively appreciated, and drop a comment if you think there's other games that should have made it into the list. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already with the links on the left hand side, and hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of my videos as they come out. You can see more of my videos with the links on the right hand side. Leave any comments and I will catch you next time.